Now then, Brendan Kerrigan from Westport. Johnny, put them down the floor there. You pick one of those cards, Brendan Kerrigan. That will determine the number of spins you have at our big wheel. Pick one of those cards. Then, don't forget, we explained it, he's just about to pick one of the cards, listeners at home. What? Oh, pick a card. Any card you want. What card? This card, is it? This card. Okay, this card, you say, you have got 3 spins that are not great, but sure, it's better than nothing. 3 spins that are big. Show the rest of the cards, Johnny, just to show everyone. There you are, 2, 4, 5, and 6. You didn't do too good, but then again, you didn't do too bad. Now, let me explain to you, Brendan. Do not, under any circumstances, land on number 13, or the bank has broken you. Should you land on the star, it means you and me are off to Spain. What do you think of that, big guy?
I might try and look after him.
He's not impressed. Well, you, whoever you want to go, are off to Spain. Now, all the other prizes on the board are up there tonight. For example, 24 is the fridge, 3 is a TV, 19 is a TV, 17 is a dishwasher. There's loads of cash prizes. There's loads of prizes up there tonight. We will ask you, Brendan Kerrigan, all the way from Westport, to take your first spin at our big wheel tonight, and we'll see what we can give you. Round the wheel goes. The wheel goes, oh Lord, it was this, it's official spin. It's on number 15. Number 15, can we have a little bit of music? Number 15, what is it, Jerry Glennon?
It's a Thor under blanket.
Ah, Thor under blanket. It's winter, you know. Some of the... Hands up all who say you should take it. Hands up all who say I should put it where I put the rest of the prizes. I don't know, do you want the Thor under blanket? No. You're very fussy. All right then, Brendan. Have another spin. Just put my foot in this to steady it. Now then, round it goes. No. Ooh, it's number 20 this time. Give her a good spin the next time. Number 20, Jerry Glennon, what can we give him tonight? And number 20, give us something nice.
Not bad, £90 in cash.
£90 in cash! And this Friday the 30th of December and the Christmas are almost exhausted. What do you... Hands up all who say he should take my £90 and... I obviously, you know, Heritage get money out of me. Hands up all who say I should push it. Do you want 90 quid or do you want another spin?
I'll go on, I've learned nothing lost so far.
Another spin. Cheapers, a brave man. Give it a good, you want to spin? Yes, give it a good decent spin this time. Oh, it just passed the stop. You had landed on number 13. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Another spin. Well, give her another. Michael Cummings says give him another spin. Will we give him one last spin? All right then, Brendan. Michael Cummings said it was my doing. No, you get no last spin. But go on anyway. How about, do you want to spin from this side or that side? Spin from any side you want. It's around, going around and round. Can I give him something nice this time? Number 23. There's the last spin now. There's no more conning me. Can you give me something nice at number 23, please, Lord?
Not bad. Will I tell you? £125 in cash.
£125 in cash. You have to take it whether you like it or not. You're not going to Spain, but nonetheless you're going home with 125 quid. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a good, decent round of applause. Thanks very much. All right then, well done to him. Now then, Johnny Houston. Where's Johnny Houston? That's not Johnny Houston. Are you, excuse me, are you Johnny Houston? No. Take it off and give everyone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the man who's on every day from 3 to 5, and the one and only Mr. Johnny Houston. Hello, Johnny.
Thank you, Paul.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, next Sunday night, I'll be back. I won't be on your radio, but you know that. Shucks. But I'll be back here next Sunday night with more prizes to give away. We're going to be recording all the programs. I'm an eternal, my mother said to me once, you're an eternal optimist. So I'll be broadcasting these programs in April. I hope. Anyway, they'll be recorded, it'll be the very same as it always is. We've got Brendan Quinn, we've got a big traditional section, we've got Beat the Price, and all the crack and all the usual thing. It starts off at 9:30. And also don't forget that on Sunday night week, the first of our semi-finals in our Search for a Star takes place. And of course, we have the one and only John Hogan. Just before I go, ladies and gentlemen, and our listeners at home, I'll be back later on, but just before I go for Beat the Price, I'd like you to put your hands together and give me a big round of applause.
One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Paul Claffey. One more, go on. Right then, are you all enjoying yourselves here tonight? Have we got anybody here? Oh, see Noel Keegan back there. I know Bridgie Cuff is down there, and Chris will have a word with you, Bridgie, in a few moments' time. Is there anybody here from Ackle? Down here in the right-hand corner. Now, it's time for me to say the thank yous, and I'll start off by thanking the people who employed me here at Midwest Radio, and that, of course, is Paul Claffey and Chris Carroll. I'd like to thank them for all their employment over the... In fact, I've been here for 2 years. In fact, I started off here in Ballyhonus 2 years ago, Christmas, just before Christmas 2 years ago, and I started doing the Saturday morning and Sunday morning show between 10 and 1. And from that then, it was the breakfast show, 8 to 11, until about 2 months ago when Michael Neary took over. And the recent slot at the moment, well, in fact, what I used to do now was the 3 to 5 slot. In fact, it's something I always wanted to do. And I was very, very thankful to Chris and to Paul to get the opportunity to do it. That's one thing I'll never forget. Now, someone's whistling. Right then, now there's a few people I want to mention. First of all the staff of Midwest Radio. I'm not going to single them out, but I must say it's been my pleasure working with each and every one of them. And even though, in fact, we were all one big happy family here at Midwest Radio, and to be lonesome without them for a few months. And I'd like to say to each and every one of them, thank you very, very much. It was a pleasure working with you. I'd also, a special mention to Tom Monaghan, and a special mention to Maureen Claffey. Maureen is the lady that was on the door. That's Paul's wife on your way in. That's Maureen. And to a lot of people behind the scenes of Midwest Radio, and they include Harry McGowan and Tina, our advertising rep. So I give them another round of applause as well. I know it's a lonesome day for us here at Midwest Radio, but I'd like to once again wish you and your family the very, very best of luck in 1989, and thank you very much for everything. We here at Midwest Radio will never forget you. Thank you very much. Now then, I think I'm ready to call on Mr. Christopher Carr, right? Chris Carr. Right then, thank you.
How about it for Johnny Houston? Come on. The poor lad is sweating, and so am I. Now, our next guest coming in a few minutes' time. Where's Bridgie Cuff? Is she down there somewhere? Bridgie, can you hear me? Where are you? Well, would you make a passageway there, please, for Bridgie Cuff? Because Bridgie promised that if I brought her up, that she'd sing a song for us. So give her a big round of applause. Come on. Now, Bridgie, I don't know how long it is since you had a man lift you. Well, we're going to try and get one or two. Could we have two nice gentlemen there now, or two ladies maybe? That'll help us out with Bridgie. Because if there was a seat there handy, sit down there first now, Bridgie. God bless you. Give her a big round of applause. Have you ever seen Bridgie before? Some of you probably never have seen Bridgie. Isn't she a darling? Do you hear that, Bridgie? They love you. They love you. They're making me jealous here. Now, you're going to sing a song for us. You will. Is there anybody you'd like to say hello to before you do?
Not everybody, and all the Midwest, and I'd be lonesome after them.
But not for long.
Not for,
Not for long at all.
not for long at all.
Lovely. I remember when we heard Bridgie singing first, we all thought she must be about 13 years old because she has a little girl's voice. Isn't that right, Bridgie? But there's a little girl in the heart in there, isn't there?
I'm not young now, Chris.
You're a fine bit of stuff, isn't she? A fine bit of And I'm sure, watch this now, Bridgie, to prove what I'm saying. Hands up all the men that would like a date with Bridgie Cuff. Come on. Look at that, Bridgie. Sure, they're all after you. But I have you all to myself. Now, what song are you going to sing for us?
I sing Moonlight in Mayo.
Moonlight in Mayo. Now, I want complete silence while Bridgie Cuff is singing. Complete silence, and Bridgie's going to sing this for us. Shh. Sit down, keep quiet, and stop sucking diesel for a minute. Right. Bridgie, in your own time, darling.
'Tis just a year ago today I left old Erin's Isle. My heart was throbbing in the sunlight of my calling smile. In all my dreams I seem to hear her sweet voice soft and low. I know she's wishing where we said goodbye in old Mayo.
Everybody, come on.
To Irish eyes are smiling, and an Irish heart is pining, where I kissed her and caressed her in the gloaming long ago. Loving Irish arms will trust me, with true Irish love caress me, and sweet Irish lips will bless me when it's moonlight in Mayo. Her Irish eyes like beacons shine all through the darkest night.
She's only started.
I know their sweet love beams will always fill the world with light. In all my dreams I seem to hear her sweet voice soft and low. For I know she's wishing where we said goodbye in old Mayo.
Everybody.
Now to Irish eyes are smiling, and an Irish heart is pining, where I kissed her and caressed her in the gloaming long ago. Loving Irish arms will press me, when true Irish love caress me, and sweet Irish lips will bless me when it's moonlight.
Give her a round of applause. Isn't she a delight? The love you, Bridgie. Right. Will somebody let Bridgie down there now, because we want to get on with our next act. And don't forget, Sunday night, next Sunday night, Brendan Quinn, we've got the McHugh family from Bacon. A great night out. All right, it's time to welcome back once again to the stage a man that you heard earlier on. A little request here before we do. Hello to Pat and Kate Swanick of Clunish in Ballinlaw. 68 years married next Easter Monday. Well, that's a request that's in time. And going well, I'm told. Congrats to you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome back, please, Declan Nerney and his band.
When I was young, I went to school. They taught me how to write. To take the chalk and make your mark and hope to turn out right. Well, that's the way it is with love and what you've done to me. I wrote it so to know that I was yours eternally. But my dears, I've washed I love you from the blackboard of my heart. And it's too late to clean the slate and make another start. I'm satisfied the way things are, although we're far apart. Cause my tears are washed I love you from the blackboard of my heart. If you've been through the way you should and not have gone astray, these tears would not have fallen down and washed these words away. The need to talk, but if the chop could write these words again, well, it would be by someone else, not things that matter then. But my dears, I've washed I love you from the blackboard of my heart. And it's too late to clean the slate and make another start. Satisfied the way things are, although we're far apart. 'Cause my tears have washed and left you from the blackboard of my heart. My tears have washed and left you from the blackboard of my heart. Is it all in mighty forum again after who won the big prize? Where's the man that won the money tonight? Not you. Right. Congratulations to him anyway. That's him there, is it? If he won a bottle of something, we need a drink out of it. God bless us, as safe as was that. We'll do a song this time was recorded by the big man from Castleblaney in County Monaghan, Big Tom. It's a song called The Sunset Years of Life. Mom and Dad's been married 50 years today. But a little time has surely slipped away. But those wrinkles, they don't last. Their young years have passed them by. I can see they're growing older day by day. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Heaven bless them through the years of men and wife. Not one moment of regret, but there's lots to live for yet. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Now the love that gives no one but us could know. I remember endless times that told us so. One by one we all left home. Now we families of our own, but their home is our special place to go. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Heaven bless them through the years of man and wife. Not one moment of regret, but there's lots to live for yet. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Take it away, outdoors. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Heaven bless them through the years of man and wife. Not one moment of regret, but there's lots to live for yet. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Yes, they're living in the sunset years of life. Thank you.
He said she'd say yes. Sis, oh yes, come on up. Ooh. And now, where are you from?
Ballyhornis.
Ballyhornis. What's your name?
Mary Lyons.
Are you ready? Marion or Mary?
Married.
Mary. Are you ready? Now you'll be the judges again. Mary, what? Are you ready? Yeah, you'll probably get through the minute that way, all right. Do you know the thing you have between your nose and your chin? Come on. How are you?
Great.
Good form.
Great.
You look fabulous.
I do.
Who's with you?
My husband.
Husband.
Krista.
Christy.
Yes.
Where's Christy? Watch that lady going down there. Lower saves we have to spend the money. Lovely stuff. Noel. Here she is in living colour. Noel Keegan. Go on, do the old donkey for us. And do the one with do the cash going through when I stand on his. When I do that, I'm standing on his tail.
Right.
All right, now can you voice a yes and voice a no for 1 minute? Put away from that monitor over here. Can you?
1 minute, Paul. Can you do the turkey yet?
The turkey. Are you ready now? What? That's a turkey. Mine was assassinated on Christmas Eve. Are you ready now?
I am.
How are you?
Great.
You're in good form.
Topping.
You're shopping.
Flying it.
You're looking well.
Mighty.
Yeah, did you get over the flu?
Great.
Great, what?
Over the flu.
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 Are you nervous?
I'm not.
What?
Nervous.
Are you not?
I'm not.
You watch television tonight?
I did not.
Enjoy the night? No. Yes.
I am.
What?
Enjoying the night tonight.
Are you?
I am.
What?
Enjoying the night tonight.
Are you?
I am.
Good on you. Any other news?
Not a bit.
Give us a kiss.
Would you like me to?
I wouldn't mind.
But Paul, for the last 3 years, I'd love to give you one. But tonight, we'll all give him one.
I'll give her the £5. Mwah! It was worth it. Thank you very much, Noel Keegan. You come back to me in a while and I give you a £5. There you are now. Are you enjoying yourselves? Are we ready now, lads? Yes? Okay then, now. We still have loads to go here in the mic. I'll finish the yes or no game for now. We might have a go later on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a man who has done exceptionally well for himself over the last number of years. We consider him to be one of our best friends of Midwest Radio. He calls into us whenever he's home, and he has a brand new album out at the moment, and is doing exceptionally well for him. Not only that, he's recently been awarded a gold disc. That's for sales in excess of 20 or 25,000. And it was absolutely great. So now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please, and welcome on stage, Mr. Kevin Prendergast. Okay, Kevin. Okay, lads, whenever you're ready, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There you are, Kevin.
There's always fire in the kitchen, everyone. There's always kettle on the boil. There's no fancy carpets and no telephone, but the one thing our house a home. A stranger's always welcome, in any time of night today. Though never sad or lonesome, just company passing your way. There's always fire in the kitchen, everyone. There's always kettle on the boil. There's no fancy carpets and no telephone, but the one in our house a home. I see many happy and sad times, and it still remains through it all. Though times have changed all around us, there's still warmth welcome in the hall. There's always fire in the kitchen. There's always kettle on the boil. Hey! There's always carpets on no telephone, but the one in our house, the home, yes. Hey! There's always fire in the kitchen. Everyone sing along. There's always kettle on the boil. Johnny, come on. There's no fancy carpets and no telephone, but the one thing our house a home. And I see many happy and sad times, and it still remains through it all. And the times they have changed all around us, there's still the warm welcome in the hall. There's always fire in the kitchen, in the kitchen. There's always kettle on the boil. There's no fancy carpets and no telephone, but the one in our house a home. There's no fancy carpets and no telephone, but the one in our house a home. Hey! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to Ballyhornis once again. It's nice to be back here in Ballyhornis again after 2 or 3 days. I hope you enjoy yourselves, and don't forget this tonight. Well, you all know this is the last night of Midwest Radio, but please God they'll be back again, right? They'll be back, please God. God bless you all for coming along. This time we do a little country song titled If Teardrops Are Pennies and Heartaches Were Gold. So like dancing, have a go, cold. And they croaked shining side on her to you. I saw your gold mountain, a point or two. It's whole world beers to have and to hold. It teardrops of pennies, heartaches flow. Everyone, it teardrops of pennies and heartaches for gold. I'd have all the riches my pockets would hold. I'd be oh so wealthy with treasure untold. It teardrops of pennies and heartaches flow. The tears that I've fallen won't buy you pain. The heartaches that caused me once they fall away. The love that I wanted, not had not cold. It teardrops of pennies and heartaches flow. It teardrops of pennies and heartaches were cold. I'd have all the riches my pockets would hold. I'd be oh so wealthy with treasure untold. If teardrops of pennies and heartaches glow. But teardrops of pennies and heartaches glow.
Thank you. This time we do a song that's in the charts here. Somebody wrote it for me in Birmingham a few weeks or months ago. We'll have a go. I still haven't got the words of it. We recorded it. The one he wrote to Kilchimar. Right. Hello, Kilchimar. There are 3 rooms. Hello.
My parents took the same ship better than mine. Leaving home and motherland and all their friends behind. But I heard them whisper in the night I should have been a slave. The talk days and the times that passing through the door I'd be. Show me the winding road that leads to Kilchimar. It nestled somewhere in the west, just down the road from Knock. When folk now is round the boys pulled the joy. I still recall the place I left when I was just a boy. Each dawn's old light, the home of journey ends. We're heading out, strangers and friends. But I heard them whisper in the night I should have been slain. The talk of days and times come past and through the door like me. Show me the winding road that leads to Kilchimar. It nestled somewhere in the west, just down the road from Knock. When the Pope around this round was the Pope of joy. I still recall the place I left when I was just a boy. I still recall the place I left when I was just a boy.
Thank you. That's all for now. Next dancer. I remember your call.
I'm waiting for Jim Murphy's van, taking his time. I'm working 7 days a week, from morning to night. And when I get into the van, I gently close the door. The first thing that they ask me is when it is the night before. Take me back to Castlemar, County on Mayo. It's the only place in Ireland I'm longing for to go. Where the great tree with the yellow smile any time of day. And I set my foot in all Mayo, I never rolled astray. Dr. Jack, the gang of man who talks about the times. It's not the road, John Murphy, we're working down the mines. He says he often meets him in Audrey's town. If you want to get promotion, get down and be like hell. Take me back to Castlebar, the county of Mayo. It's the only place in Ireland I'm longing for to go, where the great tree with the yellow smile gave you time of day. And I set my foot in old Mayo, I never go astray. Hey. He talks about the money he made while working on the lawn. He blames old Maggie Thatcher, Jim Callahan's well. But now he's back in Castlebar and they can go to hell. Take me back to Castlebar, the county of Mayo. It's the only place in Ireland I'm longing for to know, where the great tree with the general smile made you time of day. And I set my foot in old Mayo, I never go astray. Set my foot in old Mayo, I never go astray. Thank you, good night, God bless you all, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big, big round of applause for Kevin Prendergast. Thank you very much, Kevin. That's it. We'll probably get him back again in a couple of minutes' time, after a while, but we must move on because we're way, way behind time. Will I get out here? I will. How are you doing? Thanks very much. What's this? A car causing an obstruction. 579 SIZ, is that right? 579 512. That's a funny number. But it's a cream escort and it's in the car park and we're trying to get it out. Thank you very much indeed. It's on fire, yeah. It's gone home without you, so it is. Now, I have a few dedications to do before we move on, just while we're waiting for the band to change. Hello, Maureen. For Maureen Kilcoyne from Erin and Castlebar, it's her birthday today. It's from her husband, Pat, and family, who've all been avid fans of Midwest Radio for the past 3 years. Together again, and welcome back for another few numbers, Declan Ernie. Right, Helen? Woo!
Now you're putting on the style, and you never lost a fight. At your home across the track, you're the gossip of the town, but my heart can still be found where you tossed it on the ground. Take me up on your way down, everybody. Take me up on your way down when you're blue. Come back where you belong. You may be their pride and joy, but they'll find another toy. Then they'll take away your crown. Take me up on your way down. Made you honey on Saru. You new friends but take the blame. Underneath you still the same. When you learn these things are true, I'll be waiting here for you as you tumble to the ground. Take me up on your way down. Everybody! Take me up on your way down when you're blue and all alone. When the glamour starts to bore you, come back where you belong. You may be their pride and joy, but they'll find another toy. Then they take away your crown. Take me up on your way down. Then they'll take away your crown. Take me up on your way down. Righty, here we go with Jimmy. This time he's going to sing a song that was recorded by the Everly Brothers some time back. It's called Bye Bye Love. Bye bye love, bye bye. think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Well, there goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy, I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance and what might have been. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, happiness. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Well, I'm through with romance. I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason why I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, happiness. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Well, I'm through with romance. I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason why I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, happiness. Hello, loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, emptiness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. Goodbye, my love, goodbye.
Jimmy there with Bye-Bye Love. And that came very specially to Granny, Sheila, Deborah, Edwin, Brian, Stephen and Fiona, and all the McIntyres from Coola Cool. Right, ladies and gentlemen, Declan Nerney and his band. Give him a big round of applause. And now,
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have your attention because now comes the hard part. First of all, before I say a few words, I'd like to call all the entire staff of Midwest Radio to come up on the stage. All of the staff of Midwest Radio. Now then, here's the few words I'd just like to say. I'm going to be fairly brief. But first of all, I'd like to thank all the many, many people who came along here tonight for our farewell night. Give yourselves a round of applause. You were great. And I'd like to say I'm very sorry to the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who were unable to gain admission to the Midas Club tonight. We were closed since 10 o'clock tonight, and I'm sorry to all the people who may be listening at home and attempted to get in to the Midas Club. And now I'd like to say a special word to all the people at home, the people who have been listening to Midwest Radio for the last 3 years, and who have been phoning us in every day with requests and dedications. And we've become very good friends with you over the last 3 years, and I hope that you become friends with us. I'd like to say hello to all the people out there tonight who might be living alone, and all the people who might be just a little bit lonely, and they might feel that Midwest Radio going off the air is going to be a terrible thing. There's just one thing I'd like to say to all the people out there who are living alone, and all the people out there who are lonely, and all the people who out there who are going to miss Midwest Radio a lot. I'd like to say to them that with your prayers and your help, we'll be back on the air. Isn't that it? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! And now, of course, it seems a very short 3 years ago since I often meant to say how I first got the idea of Midwest Radio. Well, let me tell you how I first got the idea of Midwest Radio. I was fed up I was running this club here, the Midas Club, and I used to put in live bands in it every Saturday night. And I was having great difficulty in getting live bands who would draw crowds. Because the bands that I used to play, people would say, who are they? What do they sound like? And I'd ring up the manager of the band and I'd say, can you not get your record played somewhere? No one knows what you sound like. And he'd say, I'm trying. I got one play last week on RTE, and I'm promised another play next week on RTE. So I said, if I could get it together to have my own radio station to let the people hear the music they wanted to hear, I figured out, well, that wouldn't be a bad thing. So I contacted this gentleman here, Christopher Carroll, and I said to him, would you be interested in starting a bit of a radio station? So the two of us got together, and we contacted Joe O'Neill's in Glenamaddy, and with their expertise, and also another gentleman who I'd like you to pay particular tribute tonight, if he's here yet. He's probably, oh, here he is here. Michael Morley, one of the...
Affectionately known as Daddy. We call him Daddy. So here's Daddy.
And indeed, Michael Morley was in no small way responsible. And Joe Cunniff, especially, I'd like to point him out, and Michael O'Hara from Joe O'Neill's Livers in Glenamaddy. Because without them, let me tell you, Midwest Radio just wouldn't be on the air. I'd also like to thank the big combination of, sometimes we call them misfits, but in general, I think you'll agree, they've done a great job. All the presenters on Midwest Radio. I'm not going to mention them, but they're all here tonight. Every one of them. And just one of them I'd like to point out, just in particular I'd like to mention, because he's been a very steadying influence on me over the last 3 years. And we've grown to come very close. And that's the daddy of us all, John Duggan.
The farmer. Where is he?
I'd also like to thank all the office staff in Midwest Radio, Mary O'Reilly and Marie and Denise and all the other, and Michelle and Barbara, if she's here somewhere, even though Barbara's also a presenter on the Midwest Radio,
Tom.
Mary Nolan and everyone else. I'm not going to go into too many names because I know I'll forget some, Michelle, and I could go on over the last 3 years. And then, of course, our sales staff. Here they are here. There's Tina Mitchell all the way from Ballina and Harry McGowan, who's here. They kept it all going. And also all the advertisers out there. All the people whose sites we had transmitters on. And I'd also like to thank all the many bands over the last few years who have helped us in no small way. Oh, and Sunday Night Live. Speaking of Sunday Night Live, it is probably one of the, it's unique in that we're the only radio station in the entire country who have attempted a program like Sunday Night Live. And I think you'll agree, it has been a great success, and we're absolutely delighted with it. And we hope when we do come back on the air, if we come back, we'll be able to repeat Sunday Night Live for Midas. And of course, just to get in a small plug, don't forget we'll be here next Sunday night, because Sunday Night Variety Show, we'll now be calling it, will continue on for the next couple of weeks. There's one particular group of people that I feel, when we mention Sunday Night Live, we simply have to mention them. Because each and every Sunday night, regardless of the weather, or regardless of who we had here, they travelled up. They travelled a long, long way. They travelled 70, 80 miles, all the way from Achill, each and every Sunday night. Give them a big round of applause. And you can see here tonight, they even brought us up a banner, thanks Midwest Radio from your Achill friends. And I can tell you, we have so many friends down in Achill. Just like to mention those, because every Sunday night, I know we have friends in Belmullet and all over the place. And I really can't say how much the Achill crowd mean to us over the last few years. One man down there, Michael Duggan, looks after our transmitter down there. Come on up, Mike. And indeed, we'd like to thank him. So all that's left for me to say is, keep the pressure on. We'll be back. So now, what we want you to do now, we have members of the press here, and one particular man I'd like to thank him as well, that's Sean Brown, up there on our video, and that video tape will be available. It's on Super VHS, and be available for the farewell night of Midwest Radio. And indeed, I'd like to thank Sean for coming along here tonight. Now, Michael Gunning, there's a man I have to thank, because Michael Gunning was responsible for putting Sunday Night Live on the road, I can tell you. Because he's coming. He has managed to persuade such big companies as Zanussi and Mitsubishi to put up all these spectacular prizes. And indeed, Michael Gunning, I'd particularly like to thank you if you're there. Oh yes, he's there. Indeed, thank you very much, Michael Gunning. So there you are. So I'll tell you what we want you to do.
Well,
Declan,
just a second. Before we finish, I would like to thank the man that was the inspiration to us all, Mr. Paul Taffy.
and indeed, I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do the mad things of starting up a radio station.
And also, I hope my wife is down there for bearing with me, because she hasn't seen much of me, to be honest, since we got married. So Martina, hello to you.
Now I tell you what we'll do. As we told you earlier on, we have members of the press here. We want to let the minister up in Dublin know that we down the west of Ireland are together. We want to let them know that we want our radio station back on the air. So I tell you, we're going to sing a couple of songs, all of us up here. Declan Nerdy, we're going to start off, I think, Declan, with a particular song. It's a Mayo song.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one song, and there's one song only that has to be the anthem of County Mayo, and what all tonight is all about, because this man has done wonders for the whole counties of Roscommon, Mayo, Galway, all the bordering counties, but particularly Mayo. We're here in the heart of Mayo in Ballyhaunis, and there's only one song to unite us all together, to keep the spirit going, and it has to be Moonlight in Mayo.
Everybody join hands now. Come on!
It's just a year ago today I left old Erin's. My heart was throbbing in the sunshine of my Colleen's smile. In all my dreams I seem to hear her sweet voice soft and low. Whoa. I know she's waiting where she said, where? Everybody! Now to Irish eyes are shining, and to Irish hearts are pining, where I kissed her and caressed her in the golden long ago. Loving Irish arms will bless me, and to Irish love caress me, and the Irish lips will bless me when it's moonlight. shine to all. I know the Spirit of God will always fill the world with light. The roses on her cheeks will lend enchantment to the sea. And where the shamrock wears the dew, I'll wed my sweet Colleen. All together! Now to Irish eyes are shining, and an Irish heart is climbing. No backing, just singing, no backing. In the gloaming long ago. Louder, louder! Irish hearts were smiling, and an Irish heart was smiling, and sweet Irish lips will bless me when it's moonlight in Mayo.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. And indeed, to all our listeners at home all over the west of Ireland who may be tuned in, I'm afraid it's time for us to bid you a fond farewell. But don't forget, listeners at home and people here at the Midas, that we will be back. Declan.
This is one tune, ladies and gentlemen, for the staff here, and very especially for Paul, the man that worked so hard. He worked here, I believe, 24 hours a day for the first few weeks.
And Chris Carroll.
And Chris Carroll as well. So fair play to all the lads there, Jerry and all the staff, the whole lot, John Duggan, Fredman as well, the whole lot. There's one song we're going to sing, we're going to all sing it together, and it's this song here.
Good night, listeners.
Old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. May old acquaintance be forgot for the sake of old lang syne. All together. For old lang syne, my dear. For old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet for the sake of old lang syne. All together. All right. For old lang syne, my love. For old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of old lang syne. One more time. Everybody. For old lang syne, my dear. For old lang syne. We can't hear you. We'll drink a cup of kindness yet for the sake of old lang syne.
We'll be back. Good night.
And to leave the stage there, ladies and gentlemen, give them one massive, colossal round of applause. Are we ready, Jimmy? One song we'll do a tune here is called The Huckleberry. she should.